Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for an informative and exciting Global Cruise Line webinar with MSC Cruises. My name is Johanna de Guzman. I am the Manager of Industry Relations for North American Travel Trade Membership here at CLIA. And I'm quickly going to go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run for about 40 to 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, CLIA Global. It is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Chris Anderson. Chris Anderson, Vice President of Strategic Sales for MSC Cruises USA, has almost 30 years of cruise industry experience and an extensive background leading a variety of sales organizations. In her role at MSC Cruises, Anderson oversees and strategically enhances MSC Cruises' key relationships with the industry's largest travel consortia and key strategic accounts. Prior to MSC Cruises, Anderson served most recently as Vice President of Sales for the Americas with Sea Dream Yacht Club and previously served as the Senior Director of Global Sales at the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection and as Sales and Marketing Director for Crystal Yacht Expeditions and Crystal Air Cruises. She also spent more than 5 years at Silversea, ultimately becoming the Vice President of Sales for North America. Anderson is a proud mother of 2 girls, Bryn and Lane, and an even prouder Kiki to her grandson, Grayson. She lives in Dallas, Texas with her husband, Frank, and enjoys traveling, mountain biking, reading historical fiction, and binge watching TV shows. And with that, take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Joanna. Oh my goodness. I had no idea we were sharing all that. So hello, everybody. And now that you know way too much about me, I am so excited to share a whole lot more about MSC Cruises. I am truly delighted to be here with all of you today. And I am super excited to share some of what we have on tap for all of you to learn a little bit more about what we have to offer at MSC Cruises. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about who we are, for those of you who may not be as familiar with MSC Cruises, and we know that there are a number of you out there, and so our team is super excited to engage with you beyond this webinar to help you learn more about MSC and to help you build your business with MSC, because we have so many exciting things happening, and the momentum for our brand is truly growing. It is such an exciting time for us. And so I just am so grateful that you're all here to learn more about us so that you can learn to sell more MSC. We're also going to talk about my personal favorite, MSC Yacht Club. And if some of you were paying attention during that long bio about me, you will have heard that I spent the better part of the past 10 years of my a career in cruise sales on the luxury side. So I am super excited to talk to you all about MSC Yacht Club. And then we're going to talk about Ocean Key Marine Reserve, as well as our winter 24-25 season. I know so many of you are now booking well into 24 and 25. And then we're going to land on MSC World America, which is our newest ship coming to this market in 2025. Now, I also want to encourage all of you to stay to the end of this presentation because I have some other very exciting announcements and opportunities for you. So be sure to stay to the end so you can hear about some of our exciting new announcements that I'm going to save to the end. All right, so let's talk just a little bit about MSC, right? So who is MSC? Well, we are the world's 3rd largest cruise brand, right? I mean, we are considered leaders in Europe, South America, and the Gulf region. And we're the fastest growing cruise brand in the world. And a huge portion of that growth is happening right here in North America with more ships, an increasing number of home ports, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, new terminals, the list just goes on and on. So as I mentioned earlier, it's truly an exciting time to be a part of our growth. And then, you know, while we're new here in North America, MSC actually has over 300 years of maritime heritage. We started as a shipping company. We're family owned, and the Aponte family has been a part of MSC since the year 1675. Can you imagine? Now, again, if you all were listening to my bio, you all know I love to read historical fiction. I cannot imagine having roots that go back that far. And so it's just super exciting because this family really does feel one with the sea. The sea really is in our DNA at MSC Cruises. And because of that, sustainability is a huge part of who we are. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go through our presentation today. We currently have 23 ships open for sale. And we have a fleet of modern, glamorous ships that offer a sophisticated onboard experience, where I like to say, European elegant design meets American comfort. And we offer an unrivaled breadth of itineraries and deployment. We call on over 250 destinations worldwide on 6 continents to over 100 countries. So truly, when you're in Europe or anywhere else in the world and someone says, I want to go on a cruise, the first thing that's top of mind is, well, you're going to go on an MSC cruise. And now I want to pivot and talk about something that really is near and dear to my heart. Because when I joined MSC and I learned a little bit about Yacht Club, I thought, all right, let's see what this is really all about, right? I know luxury. Trust me, you guys heard my bio, way too much of it. But it really is an experience that I can proudly get behind. So what is MSC Yacht Club? Well, this is our ship within a ship concept. And interestingly, MSC was the first company to introduce this concept. And so Yacht Club is where our guests can enjoy that exclusivity in beautiful suites or standard staterooms, quite frankly, offering 24/7 butler service, concierge, and a whole array of different types of exclusive experiences. And so when I experienced MSC Yacht Club for the first time, I had one eye open and was really kind of curious to see just how this fit in with that luxury type of experience that one would expect to experience on a cruise. And I can tell you that this experience is spot on. The only difference with our Yacht Club experience is that our guests get to walk out of Yacht Club and enjoy all the other amenities that a larger ship has to offer. It's also a tremendous value for our Yacht Club guests as well. But let's talk a little bit about Yacht Club, and I'll keep giving you sort of my high level endorsement of really how I see how this stacks up. So as I mentioned, this is truly an exclusive experience for our guests. And what I want to talk about are all the things that we have to offer with Yacht Club, right? So you've got your beautiful Yacht Club restaurant where you can see the people on our Swarovski, our iconic Swarovski crystal staircase. You've got your butler, 24-hour butler service. You've got that beautifully appointed service in your suites if you'd like to enjoy your tea or your breakfast out on your balcony. Your butler will unpack or pack your luggage for you. We have a 24-hour concierge who is there to just help you facilitate anything that you'd like to curate while you're on board or while you're ashore. There's an exclusive pool where you can have your own private, beautiful area where you can enjoy whirlpool and a swimming pool. There's an exclusive restaurant as well, access to our spa and our thermal suites, and just a delightful experience when you're on board. And so let's talk about some of the areas where you really will have and experience that exclusivity. So one is the Top Sail Lounge. In addition to the Yacht Club restaurant, which we'll talk about in a moment, we have this, you can see, it's just beautiful, where you can go and just enjoy a cocktail or have some gourmet finger foods and desserts, just a lovely place to gather and enjoy the day. Beautiful, scenic windows that you can see out and just see, all the beautiful areas as you take in the beautiful view. And then, as I mentioned, you've got your beautiful area where you can enjoy the pool and the whirlpools, and then the Yacht Club restaurant. And this is really spectacular because the Yacht Club restaurant is where you really are going to be able to enjoy that 5-star service and just an exclusive, delightful, elevated menu. The cuisine in the Yacht Club restaurant is second to none, and it's just delightful. And you just, no reservations, you just decide when you'd like to have your dinner, and you will enjoy an absolute 5-star meal in our Yacht Club restaurant. And something else that I think is really unique to our yacht club experience is not only do our yacht club guests get to enjoy the yacht club on board, but when we call on Ocean Key, our private island, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, our yacht club guests get to experience an exclusive beach. So they've got their own private beach. You'll also have your own private cabana if you wish to reserve and rent one for the day with a butler. And you'll get to enjoy what I think is the epitome of ultra luxury when you're on a private island, and that is dining in our exclusive yacht club Ocean House restaurant. This restaurant is absolutely just spectacular. You want to talk about an exclusive luxury experience? You are enjoying the most amazing cuisine. My favorite happens to be lobster rolls. Now that you all know way too much about me, I'm just going to keep sharing, right? So you're going to know a lot about Chris by the end of this. But you can enjoy just spectacular cuisine with magnificent views of the pristine, beautiful, sparkling blue ocean around you. It is absolutely delightful. So our guests really are pampered when they're on board Ocean Key. So I want to talk a little bit about the suites that we have on board our yacht club. And it goes beyond just the suites, because in addition to the suites that we offer, we also have standard staterooms in our yacht club. So you can have a standard balcony. We have inside staterooms in yacht club. So it really makes yacht club perfect for multi-gen, right? You can stick the kids in an ocean, in an inside, or your mother-in-law. Just kidding. Well, maybe not for some of you, but right, you can really, curate how you wish to enjoy your accommodations when you're in yacht club. So it's not just relegated to a suite experience. So we have interior suites, executive suites, we have family suites, as you can see, duplexes, royal suites, owner suites. I can't wait to show you what some of these look like, because they really are just delightful. And in the suites we offer, Egyptian cotton bedding, just fabulous pillow menu, beautiful, a complimentary mini bar, all your bathroom amenities. So again, it really is what one would expect to experience, having more of a luxury type experience when you're on board a ship. So first, let's take a look at, this is my personal favorite, and I'll bet it is for a lot of you as well. MSC Yacht Club. This is our duplex suite with a whirlpool, right? I mean, just doesn't that look fabulous? So this is 2 stories. It's 635 square feet. It's got an open living and dining room concept with a sofa that also converts to a double bed. And the second level has a master bedroom, 2 walk-in wardrobes, and so on. So, just a really delightful accommodations in our duplex suite with a whirlpool. And then we have our royal suite, which also has a balcony with a private whirlpool and a dining table, separate living area and dining room, walk-in closet, and just all those just wonderful amenities that one would expect to have in a royal suite, along with your butler and your concierge and all your private dining. And then we have MSC Yacht Club, and this is our MSC Yacht Club Deluxe Suite, and this has a private balcony, and you can see it's beautifully appointed. You've got your beautiful bathroom, very spacious, right? And again, just delightful. So let's pivot now and talk about what's included when you're booking your yacht club experience on board MSC. So our premium extra package is included on all of our MSC Yacht Club bookings, right? So your clients can, enjoy all types of cocktails, beers, top shelf liquor, etc. And then we also include internet for up to 2 devices, so that's fantastic. And then we also have access to our thermal spa. So our yacht club guests can go and enjoy the thermal suite and just enjoy a 10% discount on all of our spa treatments. So again, as I mentioned earlier, yacht club really is a tremendous value. And it is a favorite of our guests, and it sells out first. And a little MSC trivia, the North America market sells more of Yacht Club than any other market in the world. So Americans love Yacht Club. And if you're not booking your clients on Yacht Club, you're going to want to. Again, 24-hour service, just fabulous, right? Who doesn't want a butler, right? All of us. Again, I've been talking about the 24/7 concierge. It really is just a wonderful way to experience the ship within a ship, right? Because that concierge will make those specialty restaurant reservations for you. They will reserve those shore excursions for you. You will be escorted to the specialty restaurants by your butler. This really is an exclusive experience. So again, just giving you guys just a little bit more detail around how your guests can enjoy Yacht Club. All right, so as I mentioned, right, MSC was the first to come up with this ship within a ship concept, and this affords your clients the ability to enjoy the rest of the ship, right? So they can explore our specialty restaurants. They can, again, have priority access and seating to our fantastic shows and entertainment. And then again, they can, again, just, you know, have a wonderful access to our fantastic, very large, well-appointed gyms and take advantage of all the classes and things. So really and truly, you've got this very exclusive experience, but yet you have all this, you know, just an elevator away. So I think I've talked enough for now. Why don't we take a look at a video? Joanna, I think, is going to show us a video on MSC Yacht Club. Thank you, Joanna. That was fantastic. We really appreciate that. So I don't know about you guys, but doesn't that sound really good right now? Right? I kind of wish that I'm in Yacht Club right now. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this is really fun too, but Yacht Club wins always. So let's talk a little bit about who is an MSC Yacht Club guest, right? And I know you all have these clients. So I think I'm feeling those eyebrows raise, and I'm seeing those light bulbs go off, because you're looking at this slide and you're saying, wait, I have clients that are perfect for Yacht Club. So these are those travelers that are looking for exclusivity. They want the comfort, the relaxation, and the pampering. They're usually an experienced cruiser, right? They know that they can have this exclusivity, but they're looking for something a little bit more, and they're a high to medium spender. And again, remember how I've mentioned that this really is an experience that offers a lot of value for your clients. And so when you look at the demographics, right, Yacht Club is perfect for those baby boomers, right? I love, you know, listen, we're baby boomers out there. I know you're out there, right? You've raised your kids. The kids are gone. It's time for you, right? So this is the time to pamper yourself in Yacht Club. And it's perfect for families, right? Like I mentioned, we've got all those wonderful accommodations for families. However, what you're not going to find in our Yacht Club are kids running around and making a lot of noise and really disrupting the experience. Why is that? Because we have a spectacular children's program on board. And it's funny, one of the advisors who I met on a conference a couple of weeks ago said, you know, Chris, you just don't see kids on an MSC cruise. And she said, and I figured out why. Because your kids program is so wonderful that the kids are all in the kids program. So truly, it's a little bit of a unique experience for us, because while we do welcome families and we do have families on board, you're not seeing those kids run around and kind of disrupt that exclusive atmosphere. And also perfect for couples, right? Perfect for those honeymoons and anniversaries or anytime. And so here's a question that we often get, and I love this slide because, you know, MSC Yacht Club is offered on 15 of our newest ships in the MSC fleet. So these are all of the ships that we currently have Yacht Club available for all of our guests. So I know you guys are going to, you know, when this webinar is over, and I know you're all staying to the bitter end, I know you're going to start sending those emails, picking up that phone and telling some of your clients, I have the perfect experience for you. You're going to just love this. So I'm counting on you guys. I know it's a busy day, but take a few more minutes and reach out to those clients. All right, so let's pivot now to another one of my very favorite things to talk about with MSC, and that is Ocean Key, our Marine Reserve. Ocean Key Marine Reserve is located in the Bahamas, and this is the only private island marine reserve. So we are really privileged and honored to have this experience available to our guests, because it offers nature really at its best, with 7 pristine beaches surrounded by protected marine life. And we offer long stays into the evening, as well as overnight stays. And we're going to talk more about that, because this really makes this experience extremely unique. But first, I know I mentioned earlier, as you may recall, how we at MSC really believe that the sea is in our DNA. And because of that, we have such a strong commitment to sustainability. And Ocean Key Marine Reserve is a perfect testament to our love for the earth and to wanting to protect the earth, or when we can, restore it back to the way nature intended, which is exactly what we did with Ocean Key Marine Reserve. We took this island that was in the Bahamas and was basically an industrial wasteland where it was overmined for amalgamite. And that's the chip, that's the material they put in our cell phones for the cell phone chips. So when MSC purchased this island, we literally invested hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to restore her back. And with that, we planted 85,000 plants and shrubs. We planted species that are native to the Caribbean. We've got 400 coral colonies that we've relocated, and we now have 64 square miles of protected marine reserve. And so this is really not only just a wonderful, you know, way to really give back to nature, but we've taken this area and we continue to develop and we continue to innovate. And so we are currently building a lab on the island where we have partnered with Nova Southeastern University and University of Miami we found a way to grow super coral that is resistant to climate change. And so we'll be growing this super coral in our marine lab on the island, and we'll be planting it throughout the world. So again, I mean, this is just the tip of what we're going to do on this island as far as really trying to restore and preserve our ocean and marine life. But not only is Ocean Key a delightful marine reserve experience, but there is so much to do on Ocean Key. And the one thing I want you to notice when you look at this map is that you don't see any water slides, you don't see any water parks, and that is because this is truly a unique private island experience. And so you will never see those things on Ocean Key. We offer, like I said, 7 gorgeous, stunning, pristine white sand beaches. There's so many things to do as far as relaxing, there's entertainment. We've got all sorts of different areas where you can enjoy some different foods and food trucks. So there's a lot to do on the island. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. And you can see here, number 20, if you look to the far right of this picture, I'm sorry, to the tippy top of the picture in the center, forget I said 20, you're going to see that little icon for Yacht Club, and that's where Ocean House is, where you can have that spectacular view while having a 5-star lunch on Ocean Key. So there's so many things to do here, and I know we don't have a lot of time to talk about it, but we've got our Ocean Key Lighthouse climb. Yes, that is me and my husband. He's wearing my hat, by the way, but I figured since you guys know so much about me already, you might as well see me with hat head and my husband wearing my hat. But there we were at the top of the lighthouse. It was super fun, spectacular views, right? We've got the left of that is my husband and I enjoying our cabana on the Yacht Club beach, just spectacular. You couldn't see our butler in that photo, but she was there and actually bringing us a bottle of champagne because that's what you do. And then there's just so many other wonderful things to do while you're on the island. So there are a lot of really terrific things to do. You can snorkel. For those of you who are way braver than me, you can do a glow in the dark paddleboard at night. So I would love to watch you do that. So let me know when you're there and I'll come watch you, but super cool. So you can see there really is something for everyone. And as you can see here also, just some delightful spa treatments on the beach. I mean, who doesn't want to be there right now, right? And then there's so much to do as far as food and drinks on the island. We've got a food court. We have different food trucks with all types of fun foods that you can go and explore. We've got our lighthouse bar. We have Springer's bar. We have more beach bars, coffee bars. There's a place to get ice cream. So there's just so much to do when you're on the island and explore all of the different foods and bars that we have to offer. And like I said, this is truly a unique private island experience because we offer our guests the opportunity to enjoy the island at night and overnight. So just imagine you wake up in the morning and you walk out onto Ocean Key when you're having that first cup of coffee, or at night after dinner, you walk off the ship to this magnificent island that is just so beautiful under a bazillion stars. We've got our iconic LED lighthouse show, which is truly a highlight. We have a Luna Libre beach party. Where else can you go and have a beach party in the sand with the DJ? It is so fun. Beachside fire pit, stargazing, like I said, so much to do on the island at night, and truly a unique experience. And all of our cruises that call on the Bahamas or the Caribbean call on Ocean Key because it truly is a highlight for all of our guests. Now let's have a look at a little video. So I think Joanna is going to show us another video. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. So very cool, right? So if you haven't experienced MSC Ocean Key Marine Reserve for yourself, I highly encourage you to do so. Now, let's talk a little bit about our 2024 and 2025 winter season. As I mentioned earlier, I know a lot of you are booking well into 24 now. I can't believe it's September already. The kids are back in school, and wow, where did this year go? You know, we're all going to wake up and it's going to be, you know, the holidays, right? And I know your clients are itching to get away for next year as well. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing as far as our season coming up. So we're offering 150 itineraries across our fleet of 22 ships, right? So we've got everything from mini cruises to extended voyages. We'll have 6 ships in the Caribbean next year, which we'll talk about in just a minute. We've got MSC Euribia in the Middle East and World Europa, which is also sailing in the Med. So let's take a look at some of these different wonderful opportunities that you can present to your clients. So as I mentioned earlier, right, we are making a huge play for the North America market. So next year we will have 6 ships sailing from North America. So from Miami, we'll have MSC Seascape, and she'll sail every Saturday doing 7-night cruises to the Eastern and Western Caribbean. True favorite of our guests. This ship is selling. Don't wait to book her. She is magnificently beautiful and a real favorite. We have MSC Seaside, which will be doing I'm sorry, Chris can't speak right now. We'll offer alternative 7-night itineraries, and she'll depart every Sunday to the Eastern and Western Caribbean. And then MSC Divina, which is a real favorite for a lot of our loyal MSC guests. And she'll do mostly short cruises, with most of them being 3 and 4 nights, calling on Nassau and Ocean Key. And then she'll do a couple of longer itineraries, calling on some very lovely, more exotic ports. And from Port Canaveral, we'll have MSC Seashore. Now, she's the sister ship to MSC Seascape. And MSC Seashore came out just a couple of years ago. So another beautiful, brand new, gorgeous ship sailing from Port Canaveral, where she'll be doing 7-night itineraries, as well as 3 and 4 night itineraries. And again, as I mentioned, remember, she also stops at Ocean Key on a lot of those itineraries. And then new for us this past year in 2023 is MSC Meraviglia sailing year-round from New York City, where we're offering cruises from 7 nights to the Caribbean and Bahamas, 11 nights, Canada, New England, and cruises to Bermuda as well. MSC Meraviglia is a huge favorite already up in the New York market. And coming from that area myself, I can tell you this ship delivers to the very discerning New Yorker. And in the Southern Caribbean, we have MSC Virtuosa, which will be sailing from Martinique. These are 7-night Central and Southern Caribbean itineraries. And look at some of these ports. Really and truly some magnificent, magnificent ports. St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent. I mean, these places are very exclusive. Antigua. So definitely remember that we've got this beautiful ship. Again, Virtuoso made her debut in 2020, the year that we wished never happened. But thankfully, Virtuosa did. I think I just made a joke. Anyway, okay. I'm just making sure you guys are still with me and you're all still awake. And then we have MSC Euribia. So this ship, MSC Euribia, is the newest ship in our fleet. And this ship is actually the first ship that she's LNG powered. And so she's the first ship that has sailed her first cruise in the entire cruise industry on LNG fuel. So this is really exciting because this is just the first example of MSC's commitment of being net zero by the year 2050. And we're already a good part of the way there. So MSC Euribia, she'll sail from Dubai as well as Abu Dhabi and some other really fantastic ports over in the Middle East. Our guests are just absolutely raving about Euribia. She just made her debut this past spring. And then in the Med, we have MSC World Europa, which made her debut in February of this year. And World Europa, this ship is truly groundbreaking. You know, it's sort of this metropolis, you know, of a cruise ship, just absolutely gorgeous, ultra modern design, so much available for our guests to experience. And she's sailing 7 nights from Genoa, Italy, round trip. Now, interestingly, something that I want to tell all of you about is something that not a lot of our travel advisors are aware of, and that's the ability for what we call interporting at MSC Cruises. So if you have clients that are looking to cruise in the Med, and you know, maybe they've been to Rome 1,000 times or to Barcelona, and they really, you know, wish, you know, listen, right? If you have to go there to sail from there, great. But what MSC allows our guests is the ability to hop on and hop off the ship at different ports throughout the itinerary. So when you're looking at an itinerary, let's say it may start in Barcelona, your clients may say, well, I've been to Barcelona. I'd rather get on to the next port in Genoa and stay for 7 nights. Or maybe we'll do a 5-night. Maybe we'll do an 8-night. And so this really does afford your clients the ability to custom curate their own itineraries in the Med with MSC Cruises. And you can do all of this and see all of this in mscbook.com. So I wanted to let you know about that because we are so deep-seated over in the rest of the world, that really gives MSC that ability to allow for our guests to really come on the ship when they want and to leave the ship for whatever port for the most part, as well as for length of itinerary. And then it's priced accordingly, right? So if you choose to do a 4-night cruise, you're paying for a 4-night cruise. If you want to do an 11-night cruise, well, you're going to pay for an 11-night cruise. So again, very unique to MSC and something you should all keep in mind for your clients who are looking to travel to the Med. And then in Northern Europe, we've got MSC Preciosa. She's departing Sundays from Hamburg. Again, just some fabulous, like, you know, fabulous ports. Hello, Paris, London, right? It's just amazing. And then the Red Sea with MSC Musica. So again, Egypt, we clearly, right, we take our guests all over the world. So just so many wonderful, wonderful places that MSC visits. All right, so now drum roll, please. And I hear you all hitting your desks for me, so thank you. I want to talk a little bit about MSC World America. This is the ship that is the sister ship to MSC World Europa, groundbreaking ship. As the name implies, this ship will be departing from Miami in April of 2025. And as I mentioned, we all know, boom, that's going to be here before we know it. So make sure you're telling your clients all about this ship because she is truly going to be groundbreaking. We like to say that this ship offers a new world of cruising, right? And she really was designed for immersive and unique experiences at sea, which I'm going to tell you about. And this is the perfect ship for guests of all ages. So just a quick, because sustainability really is important to MSC. And so this ship will be LNG fuel powered. She'll be energy efficient. We have LED lighting on the ship, ship to shore power. We'll have advanced waste management and more. We desalinate our own water on the ship. This ship is truly groundbreaking. And something that I just love that's near and dear to me is our underwater noise control. So we're not disturbing all of that wonderful marine life. So this ship is just going to be another shining example of our real commitment to sustainability. And as I mentioned, it will have a groundbreaking design. It'll have a Y-shaped aft, but this ship is going to be truly unique. You'll have the World Promenade off the back of the ship, where our guests can enjoy just unique dining, lounging. There's entertainment options there. We'll have LED light shows and just stunning views. And then we have our 11-deck high dry slide. So for all of you who are out there paddleboarding in those glow-in-the-dark paddle boards, I know you're going to be the ones doing this 11-deck slide, which is super cool. And so just a really fun experience. But for those of you who maybe don't want to do the slide, how fun is it to just watch, right? Or take pictures, truly Instagrammable. And then we have our World Galleria. And this is, you know, just where we have our iconic LED dome lighting and lined with all of our restaurants and shops and bars and things. This ship is going to feature 13 dining venues, 6 specialty restaurants with some very unique new concepts, as well as 4 main restaurants and 2 international buffets. So again, where elegant European design meets American comfort. And I think that the dining experience really ties that in as well. And then we have our Luna Park Pizza and Burger. And this is a complimentary grab and go dining experience. And it's perfect for families and kids. You know, the kids can run in and grab their chicken nuggets, you know, or whatever, French fries, whatever they want there, and they can, you know, take it with them or sit and eat. Just again, as I mentioned, a lot of really fun new types of different types of experiences. And 20 bars, lounges, and cafes. I think I need caffeine. But I'm thinking, I don't know, I think I need more than 7 days to experience some of these. But just some really super cool concepts like the Masters of the Sea. This will be our classic British pub where we will actually be microbrewing our own MSC signature beers on board. So how cool is that? We'll have our Fizz champagne bar, which is just going to be, as you can see, just a gorgeous, sumptuous lounge where we'll be serving caviar and sparkling wine, chilled seafood, right? Sounds fantastic. We'll offer a zest bar, the coffee emporium, where really our guests can enjoy truly an international coffee house experience where we will actually brew and serve coffee from France, Italy, Turkey. You can get Moroccan coffee. So really for you coffee connoisseurs, the Coffee Emporium, I think, is going to be just a fantastic experience for you. And then, you know, I saved my favorite for last, because again, we're on the I Know Too Much About Chris tour today, the Gin Project. This is where you will find me on MSC World America, where we will be offering over 70 different types of gin, all sorts of fun cocktails, expertly prepared. So some really super cool venues on board. And then our Elixir, our mixology bar, which again, you're getting those custom crafted cocktails, just spectacular. So I'll see you all in the Gin Project. And of course, World America has a yacht club, and this yacht club is going to be even in a more exclusive location on the ship. She'll have dedicated restaurant and lounges, this private outdoor spaces, as we talked about, and we'll have dedicated massage rooms for our guests on MSC World America. So very excited for our yacht club guests to experience her. And again, just some fantastic, incredible choice of accommodations where, you know, that are available for just about any need, right? From luxurious suites to the balcony cabins overlooking the World Promenade, which is new for MSC, and our infinite number of ocean view staterooms. So just so many different types of ways to experience World America. And let me tell you, the entertainment on board this ship is truly game-changing. We are offering some super cool entertainment. One that I cannot wait to experience is MSC Luna Park Arena. This is going to be where we are doing some super cool things on board, such as Drone Academy, where you can literally learn how to fly a drone by day. We'll do all sorts of really fun interactive game shows in there. We'll have all kinds of, you know, just interactive digital dance academy during the day. And then at night, we convert it and we do some super cool things. It'll be a disco at night, just some super cool, fun stuff. I don't want to give away all the secrets, but that's going to be a really fun place for all of you to explore. And then we have our garden pool. Look at how beautiful that is. We'll have bumper cars and our World Theater, which is going to have 4 themed productions, you know, a full-scale theater, just beautiful. And then the Panorama Lounge will have surprise pop-up exhibits, all sorts of fun things to do. And did I mention that this ship offers 6 pools and 14 hot tubs? Well, now you know. So really and truly, just spectacular. And the family offerings on this ship really are going to be quite game-changing. Because as I mentioned earlier, we all know that MSC has, well, if you don't know, we have a fantastic kids program. In fact, Forbes magazine just named MSC Seascape the #1 cruise line for families. So very excited. And they talked about Seascape in particular, but we're very excited to have that accolade because it's true. We have a partnership with Legoland. We do some really amazing things on board the ship. But on MSC World America, we're going to have something that's really revolutionary. And this is called the Harbor. And this is going to be an outdoor destination for families where not only can families play together, but they can relax together. We'll have all sorts of really fun things. We call them wet and dry adventures, right? So an aqua park, interactive water features, all sorts of really fun things to do, sensory play areas. We'll have a zip line, a high trail course, just a whole lot of fun. We'll have food trucks up there on deck 20 for the families, so they really can sit back and relax and enjoy the entire day together. So really excited for you all to have this that you can offer to your clients who have families that want to experience MSC. So as I mentioned, the itineraries for World America starting in April of 2025, and she's doing 7 nights and some 14 nights from Miami, departing on Saturdays. And now Joanna is going to show us a short video on World America. Pretty cool, right? So definitely, you guys, check out World America. Make sure you're letting your clients know. Okay, now, remember, I haven't forgotten, and I hope you haven't either. So for all of you who are hanging in there for me, today, hot off the press, and I mean hot off the press, we just announced something super exciting. Now, I don't think that my little video here is going to have the sound, but I think you'll be able to see. So let's play this, and you're probably going to be one of the first to hear it. We literally just released this this morning. So have a look at something that is just another example of all the exciting things that we are doing here at MSC. How about that? So we just announced today that we are the official cruise line partner of the Miami Dolphins. And, this is just, again, another example of all that we are doing to invest in you, invest in our brand awareness, to drive that business to your door, make your phones ring. This is the third major partnership that we have. With the first one being our global sponsorship of Formula One F1 racing, which I am a huge fan of, again, on the I Know Too Much About Chris theme. And then we have our partnership with the New York Knicks as well, promoting, helping us just get the word out with Maravilla being out in New York City. And truly, these partnerships are driving business. Me and my team, we get calls and emails all the time. Chris, my phone's ringing. People want to know about MSC. They see your commercials. They see these different sponsorships. I need to learn more. So again, kudos to all of you for hanging in there and wanting to learn more about MSC Cruises. And now I also told you that there was another very exciting opportunity that I wanted to share with all of you. And so for any of you out there who have not had the opportunity to experience MSC, we are offering an opportunity for you to experience MSC on MSC Maravilla. We're offering 8 different cruises free from New York City on Maravilla. Okay, so we have 8 departures from New York City. These are capacity controlled, so I wouldn't wait too long because space is limited, but you can experience a 7 or 8 night Bahamas. We have a few Canada, New England cruises available, and we have one longer cruise to the Western Caribbean. And all you have to pay are your taxes, fees, and port charges and your gratuities. So truly, if you are dying to experience Ocean Key now, after you know more about it, or just get on this ship and just see what MSC is all about, there does not get any better opportunity than that. So I think we're ready to move to a Q&A. Joanna?
Chris, thank you so much for all that information. I do want to let the attendees know that we are going to get all of your questions sent over to the MSC Cruises team. So if we don't get to your question right now, they will be able to reach out to you afterwards. But for the Q&A portion, Chris, I know you spoke a little bit about it, but could you talk about just very quickly what type of activities do you have for families, like multi-generational travel?
Yeah, thank you. So much to do on MSC for multi-gen. We actually have a lot of VR, virtual reality, on board the ship. So you can just go on and have these really unique, really fun virtual reality experiences. And again, my personal favorite is our F1 race, virtual reality race car that you can go in and literally race all the different courses. But we have a whole bunch of really fun things for families to do there. As I mentioned, right, Ocean Key, so much to do for families. The kids program, so much to do. We have some dedicated family programs with our Guinness Book of World Record game show where families can literally try to break Guinness World Records. So a lot of super fun things for families to do on board. I wish I had more time to tell you more. Another webinar.
Thank you so much for sharing that information, Chris. Could you just quickly tell us about any new home ports that MSC Cruises has?
Oh, bless the person who asked that question, because yes, we are super excited. We will be home porting from Galveston, Texas, sometime in the next couple of years, a few years maybe. We're in the process of building a terminal there, and I currently live in Dallas, Texas. So for all you people down here, super excited, huge opportunity. So stay tuned for more details around Galveston. Thank you for asking that question.
And then could you just let the audience know where they can find any of the marketing materials for MSC and how they can find out who their BDM is if they do not know?
Yes, absolutely. So mscbook.com is your go-to for everything MSC. You can make your bookings there, service your bookings. You can find your local BDM there. You can access all of our marketing materials. You can participate in our MSC Masters program where you can really become an expert on MSC. So there's so many different things to do there. You can access all of our promotions. And that is where you can go to book your free cruise on MSC Meraviglia or access our travel advisor reduced rates on some of our other ships. So it really is your one-stop. I encourage all of you to go to MSC Book. It's very easy to use. It's very intuitive. Our advisors that use it love it. So take some time to learn it, and don't hesitate to reach out to your local BDM as well.
Thank you, Chris. And lastly, just to close up here and wrap up, what are some pieces of advice that you would give someone who's just starting out as a travel agent?
You know, I'll tell you, really become an expert. And with MSC, and I'm going to talk about MSC in particular, because the growth for us here in this market is huge. And for those of you that want to learn who we are, understand who we are, take the time to really educate yourself, come on board and experience us, because you know a lot of our advisors out there just don't know who we are yet. And we are unique and we are different, but you have clients that are perfect for MSC. You also have clients that are very used to doing those traditional other cruises in the contemporary space. And so we have a program called Status Match, where we will accept the loyalty level of your clients from another cruise line or from a hotel, where they can come on and experience MSC at that level of status. So it's the perfect way for you to encourage your clients to try something different, because we really are unique. We really, we really do offer something special, and our guests just love the experience.
Chris, thank you so much for sharing all this information about MSC Cruises, giving out that piece of advice just to wrap up, and just so that they have the contact information if they do have any further questions or would like to reach out to you. Could you give them an email or a phone number, how they can get in contact with MSC Cruises?
Yeah, so I think we're going to put that in the chat. I'd love to give you all my cell phone number. I love you all.
Do you have just a general email that they could just reach out to if they need to get in contact with you or anyone else on the team?
Yeah, they could reach out to sales support at msccruises.com. Yeah.
Perfect.
Or go on MSC Book, find your BDM, and reach out to your BDM. That's really where you want to go. That's really where you're going to get the support. And your BDM is super excited and anxious to hear from you. So I encourage you all to really go to your local BDM and get that support and get those questions answered.
Fantastic. Thank you so much again, Chris and MSC Cruises. Again, for all the attendees who are asking questions, if we didn't get to it today due to time constraints, the MSC Cruises team will receive your questions and they will be able to reach out to you all directly. So I thank you again for joining us, and everyone have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Truly appreciate your time. Go sell some MSC. It's time. Have a great day, everybody.